Sound? Can you hear me? Y'all, too many moving parts. Can you hear me now? You should be able to hear me now. Can you hear me now? Perfect. Is there an echo? Yes, yes, yay! A round of applause. Whew. Y'all, it's rough sometimes. Goodness. And now I can't get it to pull up on my phone. Oh, well. We will just move on along. There's no sense in wasting any more time with this foolishness. So I'll just have to be sure to get my head in the right position for my bifocals. Hi, Rhonda, tell me what's. Oh, no echo. Awesome. Whew. Y'all, there's so many moving parts to this. It's just crazy, crazy, crazy. So, see the new shirts? What do you think? It's a really, really light gray, but it's very soft. This is a very soft shirt. It's not real thick. It's not real bulky. It just feels good, and I'm excited about it. But let's see. I hope y'all have had a good week. Have you had a good week? Tell me how it's going for you. Thank you, Janice. Y'all, it's on my Etsy shop. I designed it. My very first T-shirt that I designed. I'm really excited about it. Um, So, did y'all see? I think some of you guys, maybe all of you guys, Chastita, hey. I think y'all were here for Down on the Farm for me a little earlier, and I made these cute little sheep. Um, just to recap, in case you weren't here or you catch the replay, I made these out of little oval wood discs from Hobby Lobby. Where's my little bags? This is kind of what they came in, these kind of little bags. These are little peg, what do they call? Shaker pegs that I've used for the feet. And then this is a wood disc that's the head, and a smaller wood disc that's the nose and mouth area. And the black is probably a little bit hard to see. So I did a lot of gray and white painting for the face on the little black guy. The ears are felt, and I add a little paint just to accent the ears. Here's my little white one. And I went back and added a few more curlies to him just to give him a little more dimension because, sheep are woolly and all that good stuff. Oh, thank you, Chastita. So now I need to finish the rest of my little thought here on this project. So I thought I'll just do that as my life tonight, and then we'll do other things another time. But I got to get my brushes clean real quick. Y'all, this afternoon, I had so much going on when I did the craft around the clock. I have a carpenter here doing some work on my house so I can get it ready to put on the market. And I knew he was getting ready to wrap things up for the day, so he would have questions. So I had to go tell him, listen, I'm getting ready to do a live, and I have to go on at 3. Hey, how are you? RM, how are you doing, my friend? Thank you, Janice. You've never seen Quill. You know what, Rena? It's very interesting you say that. Um, because okay, hang on a second. I got to say this before I forget. Okay, RM LaFay. I know that's not your name, and I have just drawn a blank because I am that age, and I ask your humble forgiveness. I know your name. We've talked. Please remind me. And I know it's part of your RM LaFay, but I am just, y'all, my brain is toast after this week. And I'm so sorry. That's it, Mara. I knew it. I knew it. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Oh, I just need grace tonight, y'all. So I went down. I was telling y'all, I went down to Alabama to help my kiddos, and went down on Sunday afternoon, and I came back Wednesday. Had some work things to do while I was down there as well. And the house I'm building is looking good. And we actually signed a contract today to lock in the price and kind of say, yep, that one's for me. but it's just a testimony of the goodness of the Lord. That's all I can say. And I'm going to be in the same subdivision as my children, and it was just a miracle that it worked out that way. But I am so super excited. So I'm sharing all this with you guys while I am cleaning my brushes here for the next step. But I'm just so excited. I'm a little worried about how my fur babies will transition, but it's going to be a while. It's not going to be ready for quite a few months to come. But so I did these on the Down on the Farm project. Put these little sheep together. I free-handed their little faces, and I did paper quilling for their woolly bodies, and felt for their ears, and shaker pegs for their little feet. And so this is what I want to do for the rest of it. I'm going to start out, and I got this little piece, this little wood piece at Hobby Lobby also. And hi, Rhonda, I'm moving to Alabama. I am. Girl, it's been a miracle. I'm going to share my testimony with y'all sometime soon about all that God did in this whole thing. But yes, it's crazy. And I'm just ecstatic. Okay, so to do this little base, and this is going to be the base for my sheep, this is plaid chalk paint in the color of Sage Shadow. Oh, it was so good to see you, Mara. Thank you for popping in. Have a great weekend, sister. Good to see you. So I'm just going to paint this, and then I'm going to do something really cute on it too. So let me kind of make sure I get my paint over here, because y'all want to see all that's happening. I'm going to get quite a bit, a generous amount. I'm probably going to put it straight on the wood. Get all my little brushes and things out of the way, because I will have them everywhere, and I'll be like, where did I put that brush? So let me just stick them in here real quick. I got me a new little brush holder that I really like. So make sure y'all can see. Move this a little bit. And just when I think I've got it right, I don't. I don't know. Okay. So I'm going to start painting this piece of wood. So y'all tell me how you're doing. I hope you had a good Friday. I am thankful for the weekend. I've got so much to do, because now that the move is, it's gonna get real, and I have a lot to do in the way of cleaning out. Y'all, 28 years of marriage and 2 kids in this house. So there's a lot to be done. So I am slowly but surely working through the closets, because that's where you really stuff the stuff. So I'm just going to put this in, y'all, just for those who don't know, I prefer to use chalk paint on wood, because the way the wood tends to want to absorb the paint, I just think it just adheres better, and it's just a better fit all the way around. Okay, so I have one coat on, and I probably need to dry and put a second coat. So let's see. Hey, Ruth Ann. Oh, thank you, my friend. Moving to Tide Country. That's funny you say that, Raina. My kids are Auburn fans. I've already been told clearly that if I move, I have to be an Auburn fan. I'm like, I don't care. I have no dog in that fight. I'm with my children. That's all I care about. So y'all, I've got, even though this is a base, I've got a really cute design in mind for this, because in my mind, it needs to look like grass. So let's just put a second coat on here. And then when you see what I've got in mind for kind of a grassy idea, you're going to like, oh, I like that. Okay, let's dry that. And I've got some runoff here I want to straighten up. Sometimes it's nice to do just whimsical projects, fun projects, and nothing so intense as sometimes paintings can be. Oh, Rena. Yeah. Oh my goodness. You know, it's going to be like when you're in Alabama, you don't discuss what is it, politics and Bible or football. That's what I'm thinking. I'm just going to show up for the ride. So I've got quite a bit of this left, and y'all, I don't like to waste paint if I don't have to. So let me see if I can scoop this back in without making a major mess, because I'm not going to be using any more of this sage, and I just don't want to waste it. So many times I look at my palette and I'm getting ready to put it in the trash can. I thought, man, I wish I didn't squeeze out so much, but then sometimes you don't ever know for sure how much you're going to use. And so it is what it is. Okay, so now I'm going to pull out a dark green. This is actually Christmas green. And let me just open the lid for this part. I'm going to get a round brush. Let's see, what size do I want to use? I think I'll use this one. I'm just going to get some green on the brush and twirl it. And this is what I'm thinking I'm going to do. I'm just going to make a bunch of little swirly things, all different directions, all different sizes, very whimsical. No certain direction or pattern. We're just going to do things that are fun, because it's not going to be very obvious anyway. But if you were to see it, at least it's got something there. Here we go. So whenever you, Rena said you've never seen quilling instruction, it made me think that on my next Craft Around the Clock TV segment, I may do a quilling project, because it's beautiful. Some of the techniques and shapes that you do with the paper, and the different colors and the designs that you can make with it. I probably need to do a little project. And then I could do something different on this page, just in case you all don't have Fire TV or Roku. This is just a very whimsical effect, no big deal, no right or wrong. It's mainly a filler kind of thing. Okay, getting there, y'all. Almost kind of Dr. Seussish is what it makes me think about Whoville. And I mean, I'm not even really worrying about how my bristles are, if they're tight, if if it's kind of messy, I'm okay with it. Almost there. Just a couple of more spots. Just to fill in. Okay, there's that. What do you think? Oh, girl, you'll have me disowned. So funny, so funny. So that it's funny that you say that, because so my daughter and her husband and his family are all Auburn fans, okay? Well, my daughter-in-law is an Alabama fan. So last Christmas, they bought her an Auburn t-shirt and made her put it on, and she sent that to her dad. She said, "Help, rescue me." It was so funny. So there's a little bit of rivalry already. Okay, the next thing I want to do, you move this out of the way so it so that it can dry a little bit better. These little planks, in case you missed it earlier, these little planks came from Hobby Lobby also. Let's see, how did it go? They're actually like this, and I took an X-Acto knife and I cut it in half because I just felt like it was too wide for what I wanted to do with this project. So after I cut it apart, I sanded the edge that had been where I was cutting. Oh, my nose is itching. But we're going to paint this message, and I've printed my words off on the computer because I'm not confident of my calligraphy skills. But I want to paint this a color. And I think probably this green would be a good idea to do on it too. So let's just do that as I think about this, because it needs a little bit of color. And I'm just going to put this paint straight on this wood. Get my paintbrush dry. Probably put a little bit too much paint on there. We'll just carry it on around as far as we can take it. I really like this soft green. Okay. So I have to tell y'all, this friend of mine was up in Illinois this week doing some work, and she had gone into this store that sells pot holders that had all these hilarious sayings. And I can't even remember now all of them that she sent me pictures of, but y'all, this one right here, I just couldn't help but just cackle. So it said, "Dear Lord, if I can't be skinny, will you make all my friends fat?" That's so funny. Oh my goodness. Okay. I think that's probably a really good, whoops, why did I do that? I need my little heat gun. Let's dry this. Oh, thank you, Ruth Ann. I didn't see your comment before. You know, I'm not going to worry about just how thick this paint is because I'm going to paint this little message on here. Okay. Is this good and dry? No, it's not. We need to get it dry because I can't do the carbon paper until it is dry. It looked dry till I got to a different angle, and it's like, oh, I don't think that is. So let's just heat it up some more. I think I really put too much paint on there. That's the only bad thing about when you put the paint directly on the surface. Sometimes it's a little bit of a guessing game. And now I have paint all over my hands. So let me get a little wet wipe and get this off. Oh, y'all. But it's been a crazy week. I'm tired, aren't y'all? So while we're doing this, y'all, if you see things you love, use that heart emoji like applause. Let me see if I can get my other little camera stuff to work again. Maybe if I go out of Facebook, like close it and go back in. It was not being kind. It didn't want to. Y'all, what is with the technology these days? Okay, it's working better now. So use that heart emoji like applause, if you will. Facebook wants to see that, y'all. Trying to make Mr. Facebook happy. All right, now we're going to put these words on here. So let me center my little message right here. And I want Rhonda, I'm tired too, girl. I sure am. That's why I took a little power nap a minute ago. Okay. Let me bring it down just a little bit. I want to see where that P, the little tail on it is. Let me see if I can slip this under very carefully. Let's just do this much, and then we'll go back and do the other side. So this is a really great way if you're not confident of your calligraphy skills, like I'm not confident of my calligraphy skills. And this is why. I know y'all think, but you paint. Here's my problem. When I get ready to do lettering, it never fails that I don't have things as centered as I need them to be, or I don't allow enough room for all the letters. And then it winds up not looking right to me, and my OCD-ness will not be happy with it. So this kind of is my solution for making sure I've got things centered and I'm not running out of space. And good old carbon paper. Oh, I understand, Raina. Yes, I'm right there with you. Okay, let's do black. Where's my ink? Here it is. I'm going to use chalk paint for this too, since we're still dealing with wood. Oh, I know, Rhonda, but it works perfect for this. This is the only thing I use it for. Looks like I need to pull this forward or pull it up a little bit. It's getting be a little bit more centered. There we go. Hopefully that's a little bit better. So I've got some black there on my lid, and that's what I'm going to use. And I'm just going to get a round brush going, and I'm going to get my bristles to a good point, and I'm just going to trace. And it might need a couple of coats. I'm concentrating. That's why I got quiet. Sorry about that, you guys. And even when I do it like this, I'm not perfect. Let me get my bristles back into a little bit better point. It's almost like you got to load your brush often with the paint. That makes a difference. You just have to learn how to manage your brush, how to hold your brush when you paint. My daughter-in-law does beautiful painted calligraphy. I told her, I said, I wish you would teach me your secrets. She's very talented. She's real artsy and crafty, artsy and crafty. Now this I do know. I've shared this with y'all before. This I do know about calligraphy. The downstrokes are thick, so I'm going to go back and thicken up what would be considered a downstroke. And upstrokes are thin, and I'm going to just kind of put a little second coat on that right there. But anything that's a downstroke, I'm going to make it thicker. And I feel like this, I'm not going to make it thicker. It just needs a little more paint there. There we go. Let's make this E a little thicker on the downstroke. Okay, come over here to the A, thick downstrokes. And let's just clean up this little upstroke right there. And things don't always go as planned. Sometimes things are thick and they should be thin, and sometimes the things are thin and they should be thick. That's just the nature of the game. You just got to roll with it. Almost done. Tell me something good, y'all. Did you guys have anything good happen this week? I want to know about it. Okay. I want to kind of round this out a little bit right through here on this S. There we go. I really want to add a little extra something to these words. I know, y'all, I can't help it, it's the artist in me. I want to add a little shadow. And I'm going to use, I guess I'll go ahead and use this elephant color in the Waverly. Make sure I've got my heat gun is on. You know, Rena, I have been looking at those, and I'm curious about them myself. Those paint pens. You did, Rhonda. Go put that in the create and share group. I would love to see that. That sounds really pretty. I have the paint pens I have. I am not wild. It's the Sharpie version, and I'm just not wild about them. So if you get those, Rena, I would love to know what you think about them. I've been meaning to reach out to some of my other artist friends and ask them, is there a paint pen that you are just loving that you could recommend? Okay, I'm going to just do a thin gray line, not on each side, but to the left of everything to create a shadow effect. And it just helps to give these letters a little bit of dimension and to help them just kind of pop off. I haven't asked y'all in a while. What TV shows are y'all hooked on right now? I'm always looking for good recommendations. Rhonda says she uses paint pens sometimes to paint the letters on tiered trays. What kind do you use, Rhonda? I'm just not wild about my Sharpie ones. And you'd think Sharpie would be a good brand. See how the gray is helping those letters just kind of pop? There we go. Let me go back. This right over here just needs a little bit of it. It's like it didn't cover real well when I first started. Maybe I didn't have enough paint on my brush. Probably. Here we go. Much better. Hey, Rhonda. I thought you were here, girl. Maybe you just didn't make it back or something. Maybe you're just now coming back. Okay, so there's that. Now I want to do one more little effect to these letters just to help them really pop. Get my lid on real well. And I'm going to use white. So let me clean my brush. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Gotcha. I need to do a thread on my page asking y'all to show me your craft rooms. Because in my new house, it's like I will have a blank slate and I want to do some things a little different. Now, I have to be really careful in doing this because I don't want to overdo it. And sometimes the bristles are wanting to do their own little thing. Let me twirl this again and get a good point. Here we go. Sometimes it's hard to know where to do and what to do. Yeah, you did, Raina. Oh, that's funny. Almost there, guys. I have ordered some new paintbrushes I want to try that are they're made for detail. I think that's one thing I'm missing in my brush set is a good detail brush where they're just really thin, really small. And so I'm anxious to get those and see how they work. All right. Some of this did get a little too much because they're getting, this is where I struggle with the detail part. They're just, the bristles are just not doing what I want them to. So I'm going to Uniposca paint pens. Ooh, I'm going to check into that. I haven't heard of those. Okay, I'm going to add just a little bit of black through here where I feel like the white is too much. because really my intent was for this white to be more of a highlight and not prominent. Almost there. I can't wait to get this together. I have been when I thought about doing this, I have been so excited, y'all. I thought, oh, I could visualize it. And I've got my fan running in here because I get hot with these lights, so that makes the paint dry a little faster as well. Let's see, I want this black right here, a little bit more right there. This is when I do wish I had a paint pen, a good paint pen. But when I get these new detail brushes in, I'm really hoping that's going to help me too. Okay, we're going to go with that. I think that looks pretty good. Hey, Tracy. How are you, girl? I got to finish up my You Are Special project. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? Okay, so I've got my little sign made. Now, this is what I want to do. Got my glue gun heated up. I want to attach this to the front of this little fence. And this little fence, I picked it up at Hobby Lobby, and it came in a package of 4. And there's different sizes. When you start looking at those, there's different sizes. Let's see here, because I've got to think about it. When we put this all together, so here's my base. So I probably need to attach it something like this. So I'll keep that in mind. Let's do it this way. I'm going to put a bead of glue right up through here. And I'm going to guess about like this. And I'm going to leave a lip so that when I put this little fence on here, the fence will sit right on the base, and I can slide it down because the glue's still hot. Okay, so I've got my measurement there. All right, so it's looking like this. Now, I want to attach it to my base. And to do that, I'm going to put a generous amount of glue right through here. And let's do it like this, making sure I'll hold it up for y'all to see, but I want to make sure I've got it somewhat centered, because I figure glue is kind of seeping out on the other side. So let me get something where I can kind of wipe that so it doesn't stick to everything when I set it up. All right, so this is what we have. Thank you, Janet. So now we've got to put our little sheep in here, like so. So to do that, y'all, I'm going to raise you up so that you all, or let's do this. Let's see if we can't get you more like this as I attach these little guys. Okay. So I'm thinking they need to be something like this right here. That's what I'm thinking. And y'all, it was on my heart to do a black sheep and a white sheep because as different as we each are in our own ways, we're all special. So that was my thought in this too, is the message. So let me put some glue on the base of their little feet and just kind of holding them up here. And I want them to kind of be at an angle. I don't want them straight on. I like things that are kind of offset. Thank you all. Thank you all. Y'all, I have been so excited about this little project. The thing that took the longest was the quilling, the paper quilling. Look. Oh my goodness. I just love them. I'm just holding him here for a second so that glue can set up. Look at them. Are they not precious? Oh, y'all, I just love them. Look. I am so excited. Oh. Y'all, it turned out cuter than I imagined. It sure did. Here, I'm gonna make this screen bigger. Hang on. Let's see, how can I do that? Let's do it this way. Let's do it this way and this way. And now you can see them a little bit better. Y'all need to see them and not me. Aren't they cute? Look at those little faces. What is the temperature difference between Rhonda, that's an excellent question. The temperature difference is about 10 degrees, to be quite honest. Um, my house, I know one of the optional upgrades is a fireplace, and I said I hope it doesn't have a fireplace because I really don't want one. I'm just going to get a little really pretty electric fireplace. Hey Sharon, oh thank you. I think it turned out adorable. Um, just to kind of knock the chill on some days, but it's a lot warmer there for sure. Y'all, I am so thrilled with how this turned out. I'm gonna have to put pictures out there and let y'all see. Um, but I am tickled. I'm gonna have to figure out something else to do. Create some other little aminals. Y'all have to give me some suggestions. So, but that's it. I wanted to finish this up from Craft Around the Clock segment that we had earlier, and I couldn't get it finished because, it just takes time. But I am thrilled. I just love them. I just love them. And I really like the green. I think that's just the right touch because it didn't need to be black or white. We needed it to have that effect of them standing on grass. So anyway, there they are. I'll be taking pictures, y'all. Let's go ahead and leave it in this setting so that if you want to look at it some more, it's there. But I love them. I don't know where I'm going to put them, but I love them. So that's all I have for tonight, you guys. I will try to come back live this weekend. Not sure exactly how the schedule's going to look. Of course, it's the weekend. There's all kinds of things you got to get done, but I'm going to try very hard to. I've got several projects I need to finish, especially before I move, but it's going to be a few months still before I move. But anyway, I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. Have a restful evening. Thank you, Janice. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Rena. Oh, I'm tired. Let's just go. You know what? We should have a pajama party one night. I should just paint in my pajamas and just know and trust that y'all are in your pajamas too. And let's have a pajama party. All right, y'all. I'm going to sign off. I hope we all have an amazing weekend. And please know, I love you guys, each and every one. And I appreciate your time and joining me. So have a great evening, a great Saturday. And I'll be talking to you very, very soon. See you later. Bye.